We are once again live and direct. We are IPOB Truth Bearers. We have come once again to speak the truth as we bear the truth, as the truth reflects in our activity, in our mission, in whatever we do. And we wear the truth as robe. So we have come once again as IPOB Truth Bearers to declare the truth of the happenings to Biafrans and to humanity at large, as all of us need freedom in one way or the other. There are different ways, different categories, and different classes of captivity. And the truth is the fundamental factor to liberation from every kind of captivity. And that is the reason we have chosen the path of the truth. So we cannot offer you anything superior to the truth. So we have come to continue to open your eyes to the realities of life, to the realities of things happening around you that you may not quite understand, happening in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, having been hijacked by Fulani terrorists. Many things are happening. Our people are being misled, being deceived with politics, with election, giving them false hope, making our people to believe that things can get better as Nigeria continues to be one and them keep changing from one political leader to another, of which we were born into the system and we are getting old. We have been hearing the same thing and nothing actually have changed for good. Rather, the situations are getting worse. And due to the worsening of the situations, we have been frustrated to leave our home country, our homeland, which is Biafra land, and our neighboring countries, which are Oduduwa, Arewa, and the rest of African countries. And we have run away to come to Europe. Some of us are in America. Some of us are in Asia. We are scattered all over the world. So the way it is, the way it never happened, even in the 80s, even in the 80s when I was very young. So our people never traveled this way. But starting from early 90s, things began to get worse and worse. And so, and from the year 2000, it continued to increase, even if as it is today, some people are seeking the ways to run away from that contraption called Nigeria. And their reason for running away is not being sure that they are going there to make much money and become rich. It is just because they are afraid of insecurity threats and they are not sure of protections over their lives, over their families. So people are trying to run away, but the worst part of it is that some people do not even know where they want to run to, because just running away empty-handed without getting something doing elsewhere and without plan is also very, very difficult and dangerous. And some people may have the money to travel away, but they do not have the connection. And if all of us should run away, that means this satanic sons and daughters of Britain have accomplished their vision, as they have conspired and have been conspiring with the Fulanis, conspiring with other colonizers to ensure that all of us leave our home country, which is Biafra. That has been their aspiration, and that is what they are working for. And that is the reason they can never allow our territory to be developed, because it is a deliberate act for them to frustrate us out. Even there in the contraction called Nigeria, due to the underdevelopment, most of us run away from the Biafra land, running away to some other areas that seem to be more developed, like the Oduduwa land, precisely Lagos, like Abuja, and other grand city. So it becomes a deliberate action. Nevertheless, The Oduduwas are suffering in their own way. The Arwas are suffering in their own way. So what they do is just, as we know, it is just about gathering few individuals, making them rich, making them powerful, making them superb leaders in the society. Then they use them to cage the rest of us. So these are the things we have been experiencing. And it goes beyond the contraption having been orchestrated by the Britain called Nigeria to the rest of African countries. So all of us are suffering together, and due to compassion we have, due to the love we have for our people, for ourselves, and for our present and succeeding generations, we can never keep our mouths shut. And our message is very, very effective, reaching to people. People are getting our message, and most of the people who listen to our message are broadcasters also. They take our message to their platform, they broadcast to it. So we keep affecting the people, influencing the people, calling the subconsciousness of the people to the realities of life, because there are people who do not know that they are slaves. For example, coming biblically, Moses was emotional observing the enslavement against his people in Egypt, even though he was an adopted prince in the palace of Pharaoh. He ventured to protect his people, fighting for his people. But due to his people could not realize that they were under slavery, and as a jealousy, they began to ask him, who sent you, who made you a leader or a judge over us? They betrayed him to the Egyptian, which forced him to run away. And that was not God's time for him. Though he has the zeal, though God had prepared him as a leader in making to liberating his people, it took him another 40 years for God's time to reach. And God, having prepared him well, God sent him back. And within this 40 years, it was the same people who betrayed him that began to cry to God. And it was after 40 years, they began to realize that they needed freedom. So when Moses has foresaw that they needed freedom and began to fight for them, they never realized that they were under captivity and that they needed someone like Moses. So, however, it doesn't matter how people may see us or what we have encountered in the past, where we get everything excellently correct or not. What matters is we have the zeal, and the God is using us. We have come to continue to liberating our people. But are you willing to be liberated? Are you sure you are a slave? Then, if you are not sure you are a slave, you cannot be liberated. And some people are slaves, but they cannot realize it. So that is the reason we have come to lecture you on the areas which you should realize that actually you are a slave and you need freedom. And when you do not realize this, nobody can liberate you. And if the person or the people venture to liberating you, you will do the same thing the Israelites did to Moses. You will set them up, just as some people, even the Igbo politicians, whom Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have come to liberate from the captivities of the Fulanis. These are the people who sold him to the Fulanis, including some of people from, even right from IPOB, because these people are slaves, but they have not realized that they are slaves. And even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is trying to release them, they believe that it is not necessary. So the little things, the little connection they will get from the Nigerian government is preferable to them, and they sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out for that little connection, of which example now is Ike Kwemadu. After this, what is his condition today? They never realize it. So we are here opening your eyes, taking your vision far away for you to see ahead of time, so that you can stand now and see 40 years ahead. It is not just being so parochial and they cannot see beyond your nose. There are people who cannot see beyond their nose. So, but we also appreciate those who are visionary, and we have come to support your good effort, also to support our good effort. I am your serviceable servant, Evangelist Inimakalo, who hail from Ahafia. Ahafia is in Abia, and Abia is in Biafra land. And where you are now, where you are watching us from, is Inima Biafra TV, Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. Do subscribe if you have not subscribed. Also be sharing our program. Also be recommending this channel and our programs to others so that we will be laboring together to ensure that we all are freed. And if it interests you with the good works we are doing and you want to be part of us, you can also indicate. While the program will be going on, I will share the link. So whoever want to contribute, we will tap on the link. I will also place my phone number. Whoever want to place a call, we call. Then we have interaction. So Mama Patricia, over to you. Open up your microphone, give your preliminary word to Biafrans and the world at large, and introduce yourself.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Collins. Good evening, Biafrans. Good morning or good afternoon, depending your zone, the time you have there. From here is good afternoon from my end. And we are once again on this platform, the platform where we have been imbibed, we have been taught that we here must speak the truth, must honor God, and must honestly, unrelenting, with every courage and everything that gives us strength in us, speak the truth of liberation, speak the truth of freedom. For who? For those who are craving for this freedom, for those who have really suffered in the hands of the British, in the hands of the Fulani Janjaweed, the terrorists, strangers that came into that ethnicity, Biafra land. We are here to speak the truth for those who care to hear. For we are fighting, as Mazi told us, with a real demon. So our message is one to the remnant who has been set free by this same word, because the truth will make you free. And when you are free indeed. So we are speaking to this remnant, wherever the hundreds are, that Mazi spoke, that they are the people God would need, as he need 300 men of Gideon to deliver the land and the people of God. It might not be for us for now, but it may be for our posterity, our children unborn, because we cannot sell our inheritance. Esau sold his, and up to this very day, he has never come out of the regret. So we are not going to sell it. It's what our Father has given to us, God in heaven. And we are here to fight and regain our inheritance from the thieves, robbers, from the killers and destroyers. It doesn't matter the name they bear upon themselves. They might be pastors, they might be preachers, they might be so-called people who has the leadership, they might be whoever. But we are addressing the British government with their son, the Fulani terrorists, in that confusion that they have set there. We have come to continue to propagate this truth, preach it, because that's what has rendered you people now stinkingly dead. You can never rise up again. Nigeria has expired since 2014. From the Lugard signatory to the Confucian Unite of Confucian amalgamation. 100 years has expired, and you people are still, you demons, uncircumcised Philistines, you are still dragging a dead, smelling group on because it's not a country, it's not a nation. I don't know what I will call it. You are still dragging the corpse along, polluting other people that are supposed to breathe air and live. We are here to tell you, Biafrans, that we are to guide our loins and face them squarely. I've never seen where freedom is given to anybody on a platter of gold. I've never seen where you allow your enemies to give you freedom. You are the one that will march up to them and take it by force, just like they are doing it forcefully on you. We have come to still maintain that Biafra is God's land and must not be and will never be given over. Instead, as Mazi said, everything in that area will collapse. Everything, not one remaining. He said by the time he's done with the Janjaweed terrorist government of Nigeria, anytime they hear his name or Biafra, they will be running away to hell anyway. My name is Patricia, and I'm from Anambra in Biafra land. And I've come to fight for my land and regain my freedom for my generation. So wherever you are, make yourself part of the truth bearers, lovers of truth, followers of mercy, that says Biafra must come in truth and honesty. Anything outside this, you're wasting your time. And I'm sure you can't call yourself a Biafra. Just know that you are Fulani DNA in your blood running in you. Thank you. I hand over to you, Collins.
God bless you, Mama Patricia. Veteran, over to you without further delay. Your preliminary word to Biafrans and the world at large, then your personal introduction.
Thank you, Mazi Collins. Great Biafrans all over the planet Earth, wherever you are located, I salute you. Wherever you are located, lovers of freedom, Biafrans, I salute you.
¿Cuándo hemos dejado de hacerlo?
Go ahead, veteran.
Thank you very much for what you have done and for what you are doing. You, the true Biafrans. Because it is obvious that there are true Biafrans. And you, I appreciate. We cannot overemphasize the need to get out of the zoo and return to where we belong. Let everything about one Nigeria melt from your life. Let everything new Nigeria or whatever old Nigeria or whatever they call it never be your portion. Get out of her, because she is a deadly woman And if you continue to go with her, you will totally drown and you will totally collapse. Our leader, the Moses of the hour, is sent by Chukwuokika himself. And he is doing that work, and he has done that work. And he has continued to do that work. Even in the dungeon where he is not disappointing you. He has kept to his promise, to his word. It is then our portion to keep to our promise to him and Chukwuokika, never to disappoint him. Do not follow other gods. Follow Chukwuokika, the God of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the God of Biafra, the God of freedom, the God of liberation. Truth himself, because only truth liberates. Nothing else will free you. Chinas and Woru can never make any contribution to your freedom because it's already in bondage, total bondage. Chike Doziem can never contribute to your freedom because he is darkness. He is illusion. He can never represent you anyway. And you can see it has been so right from the time our leader was kidnapped and renditioned. He never knew where his master was for 8 days. And he has continued to show that even today. To group and to confuse you, Biafrans, that he is walking under the ground. I don't know which ground, under in hell. That is where he's walking. Because there is no meaningful contribution which he, the so-called head of the Department of DOS, no meaningful contribution. Rather, with their actions, both himself and Chike Doziem, Chinas and Woru, and other members, their actions, their words, their inability, their inactivity have shown Biafrans that they are the traitors. They are part of the traitors. They have taken all sorts of things and are misleading Biafrans with their so-called media warriors and even the lawyers. I can't mix words. Even the lawyers are disappointing us as they build themselves with Chinas and Woru, Chike Doziem, and the one that calls himself Methuselah, and all of them put together, who are darkness, who would not want to move, and at the same time block others who are moving. At the same time, carrying hatred, jealousy, and greed. Not only carrying it with them, but spreading it to the few gullible Biafrans. We are the remnants, and the remnants can never be confused. I'm happy there are good moves And we are only praying that these good moves will bring disappointment to them, the so-called members of the DOS. We are here in yet another Sunday school where we worship and where we continue to evangelize and where we continue to stand on the messages of our leader and the instructions of our leader and the foundation of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter what the zoo government is doing and saying. They are only disgracing themselves. They are only painting themselves black before the entire world. They are only demonstrating that they have collapsed. They have died and can never rise up, according to the words of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am Silas Ono. I hail from Umuleke Amibo in the old Olu province of Biafra land. If you have ears, listen to what the spirit of Chukwuokike Abiama is saying to you. Thank you and welcome once more. Invite your friends. Come and share with us. Whatever you have, come. You will be accepted. We want to work together because together we will be victorious. Divided as Chike Doziem and Tina Saworu and their so-called members of the DOS are pushing, we will never get anywhere. So do not follow them. Disassociate with dividers and follow the moving trend. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
God bless you, veteran. So straight away we are going to pray. Then we enter the next stage of today's program.
Uncompromisingly and steeped in the truth that it should come with and that it always has to come with. We must pray this very evening before we proceed because we have a lot to get through. Today, as always, we are going to be interactive. Our lines are not open yet. Please, I suggest you do not call us. Our lines are not open. When I will open the line, or when eventually we do open the line, I will inform you accordingly. Right now, we must hand over our proceedings to the Most High. And this very evening, I got very interesting, should I say, messages from people who begin to question what we are doing with our faith. And in order to reassure them and to all those who are listening, that we hear the 10 commandments is key. That is why we are going to pray the prayer of Yeshua. A very simple prayer, because the disciples asked him, Lord, how do you want us to pray? And Yeshua said to them, this is the way you pray. By Yeshua, I mean Jesus Christ to Western European Christians. Let's pray. Our Father who art in heaven, because there is no other like thee. There are no 2 or 3 gods. It is only you, indivisible, ancient of days. Thou art in heaven, because you reside in the firmament of the unknown. You inhabit the realm of the spirit. You are not flesh or not man. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name, because there is none like thee. Thy kingdom will come on this very earth, as you have promised us in the land of Biafra. Let thy will be done in our lives as it is in heaven. Give us this very day our daily bread, even in coronavirus season. For we have no other God apart from thee. Yeshua was asked, how do we pray? And Yeshua said, there is only one God in heaven. And he said, anyị nri taa nke ga-ezuru anyị ụbọchị taa gbaghara anyị mmehie dịka anyị onwe anyị si wee gbaghara ndị mere anyị ihe ọjọọ edubara anyị n'ime ọnwụnwa kama zọpụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe n'ihi na alaeze niile bụ nke gị ike niile bụ nke gị otuto niile bụ nke gị site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. He said, that is the prayer of heaven. Asụsụ eluigwe, that was the prayer that Yeshua prayed to show there is no other God apart from one indivisible God in heaven. Elohim Adonai El Shaddai, God of creation, the only creator of everything that is created, but none created him. Everlasting, from generation to generation, immortal God, indivisible God, the God of the ancients. There is nothing to be compared to thee. No mortal flesh can be compared to thee. Because you're eternal. And as you have taught us to pray, so have we prayed tonight. That Biafra may come, that your temple may be built in Arochukwu, that once again your children will be able to worship you in truth and in every honesty. That all the may disappear, and that we may come to thee to offer thee glory, because only you is worthy to be praised. May your name be adored forever and ever, we pray. He said,
Amen.
He said,
Amen.
He said,
we must proceed this very evening, and for those who do not know, I will recommend that you go on Google and you type in the Lord's Prayer.
En O2 tenemos un gran precio y tecnología 5G para que te conectes más rápido. O2, respira.
Ahora puedes ganar experiencias únicas con la selección. Mucha suerte. ¡Oreo!
That's how it is. Igbo presidency is like the second Niger Bridge. It will never be completed. Or maybe like the Ogoni cleanup. They flag it off the first time, second time, third time. Instead, they will go there to destroy people's houses. How about the 30,000 minimum wage? These are promises made. Or we will return you back to 86 naira per liter petrol pump price. What happened? None of these things will ever happen. Igbo presidency dream is what you tell a woman around 8, 9:30 in the evening. By 5, you change. 5, 6 in the morning, you start saying something completely different. That's how it is. It's to seduce you. So you stop supporting IPOB, you stop supporting BIAFRA, you start thinking about the contracts you will get when an Igbo man from your village or from your town is there. Because they know that you will always reason like a very foolish African man, or woman, as the case may be. These are preview schemes. Second major bridge, we're going to clean up. Igbo presidency, minimum wage, Enugu expressway. We will do this, we will do that. Airport, what's the place? Obviously, we'll build an airport in Agulade. Airport in Lebanon. With Chinese investors, they will build a new city in Agulade. Whereas the one in Asaba cannot, Boeing 747 cannot land there. Because it's too small. There's no drainage. Everything is not working. Where is not working, but they plan to. Have you forgotten that Stelodua promised us that she will build what's it called, an aircraft maintenance hangar somewhere in Obama? And I asked her, without an airport, so that does it mean when the aircraft lands in Asaba, then we'll go and tow it or push it to across the river to come and so you can service it in Obama? These are useless schemes. It's something as saying that the youths of today and the youths of tomorrow, will never happen. Nothing is you. These are inconsequential schemes, trivial, cooked up and designed to keep you gullible people in the zoo engaged and busy with your self-delusions. You're just insane. Insane. They're saying all these things so that when Tinubu comes, Tinubu will say, who has made the biggest noise in Igbo land? They'll find them, they'll give them maybe 200,000 naira. And you won't hear from them again. They're no longer articulating. It's now about Igbo presidents. They have no honor nor dignity. No honor and no dignity. The one they went for before has failed. Completely and totally. See how food is there? You don't have the 14 and Igbo that allow you to bring your so-called Igbo president. After 2 years, they will take permission from Britain and do a coup. Is the man in Egypt not a former military man? Is the man now leading Egypt not a former military man? You claim you are Igbo man, they will kill you and they will kill your family and the military will take over. Britain will say, go ahead, we support you. What will you do? You say rest in peace and for God. People, you cannot reason beyond your nose. Because of the 2x2 you have in Lagos or in Abuja. That's all. You need to not blame the future of an entire nation. Both championing this nonsense about one zoo, one Nigeria Igbo presidency garbage, and saying this is the turn of the Southeast, have cleverly forgotten, as they usually do, that not long ago, our own brother, good luck, Ebele Azikiwe, that's his name, Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan, he was a Biafran, I'm sure he's still a Biafran. He was the president of this Ugandan contraption called Nigeria. Can anybody tell me one visible landmark or one notable achievement attributable to Goodluck Jonathan whilst he was in office? Did he succeed in alleviating the economic, social, or political plight of our people? Let me even say, for the benefit of argument, of Niger Delta, are they still not begging for amnesty 60,000 naira every month? Are they still not begging to be pipeline security guards? He was there for 6 years, and then what happened? Even people like that did something in Cross River. Where is that achievement today? All gone to waste. People don't reason in that zone. They never ever reason. Always looking for the most expedient way out of every mess that they find themselves in. I like Goodluck Jonathan. I even like the wife more, Patience, because she's very vocal and a very strong-spirited woman. Can anybody point to one achievement of Jonathan in office? It was their turn. So they say, he's a Biafran. What was his achievement? Ordinary Igbo, which he awarded, was not filled. They ate the money. Under Jonathan, second Niger bridge was not built, and you expect a funny man to build it for you. Nothing happened. Niger bridge was not built under Jonathan. Enugu-Igbocha Expressway was not built. No new industries, no decent public housing, not even common water, drinking water to pipe it to people's homes. Impossible for them to do. I grade Jonathan's presidency as a total failure, the same way that I rate Dr. Azikiwe's presidency was a failure, the same way that I rate Aguirre's presidency or head of stateship as a complete and utter disaster for our people. The same way that I rate Nzobo's intervention in politics, because he was a soldier, he shouldn't have come to politics at all, as an utter and one almighty catastrophic disaster for our people. Catastrophe it was. And you and I are suffering with you today. Asaba massacre is an example of that. Admittedly, I must give President Jonathan some credit. Admittedly, he ran what came close to a democratic government in terms of individual freedoms and liberty. But developmentally, the way its development impacts on people, on the masses, his administration, like many before it, we are found wanting. Forget all that we are the fastest growing economy and all that rubbish. I don't believe in that. If it doesn't impact on the people, no good roads, no good schools, no good hospitals, nothing, and you're saying you're growing, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Before Jonathan, you have forgotten also those who claim it is our turn. There was a man called Olusegun Obasanjo. Are Yoruba people not suffering today? If having a Yoruba man as a president meant that their lives will somehow improve, why do we have brave men like Showore campaigning for a structural change in Nigeria, calling for a revolution now? Is he not a Yoruba man? And did he not witness a Yoruba presidency? And this is for those clamoring for the presidency, thinking we will bring a much-needed change in their lives. Look at the pitiful backward northern Nigeria with their almost illiterate quota judges and professors. What has become of their lives today? The fact that they have been in power for almost 42 out of the 56 years that Nigeria has supposedly existed as a glorified British colony, let's be honest, have lives in the north improved. Let us even go to Daura, where the dead Buhari comes from, and where now the Sudanese Jubril goes to visit once in a while. Have you been to Daura? Are they sharing money in Daura? Are they happy with this buffoon that is there, the Sudanese governing in the name of their brother? And the answer is no. So all this nonsense about Igbo presidency, it makes me sick. Very sick. Is to correct the equity. These are the idiots running to America, running to Europe to go and buy houses. Where things are happening. So why don't you say, oh, I won't have any house in America, I'll have no house in Europe? Because the person, their prime minister or their president is not from my village. It's not our turn. In Daura, you have more people in Daura than the whole of Anambra put together. You don't know that? And of course, we have no poor people, we are hardworking people. I'm very sorry to have made a comparison anyway, because there are no basis for comparison. We work very hard because we are blessed. We don't go about on the street begging people for handouts to survive, as they do by how do we do that nonsense? We don't, because we are hardworking, because we are blessed. Everybody has something they're doing. Everybody, I say, that's something they do. So having a president from Daura have not suddenly transformed their fortunes and they've all become millionaires overnight. No, it doesn't work that way. So let's stop this nonsense about Igbo president and talk about our freedom, which is Biafra, which is the only thing that should matter to us anyway. Assuming that we are serious about improving our plight in Nigeria. Those in the north, are they not being ravaged? Because the type of diseases you have in the north, I've never seen it anywhere else before. Chronic chronic poverty, animosity everywhere, banditry, lawlessness, and corruption. Don't they have all these issues in the north more than any other part of the country? Where do they have IDP camps? It's not in the north. Are they not the president? Are they not the chief of army staff, chief of secretary of state, chief of staff to the president, air force chief, every security arm? Are they not the ones in charge? But they are begging for food. Stop all this nonsense about this our town. It's the town of our people. Why don't we? That is for lazy people. Lazy people. People have been thinking that having the presidency will somehow make your life better. That is nonsense. But I have more Fulani people in IDP camps than when Jonathan, who is not the Fulani man, was in power. There are more people now in IDP camps than when Jonathan was there. When is there support?
It's almost finished.
Is there on help the Fulani man? Are their lives any better? The answer is no. That's why we must reason. That is the essence of this broadcast, so that we can at least be able to reason. We have told this lie before that things will get better when it gets to the town of your village. That's what we get.
Explore Moudon, Zalando Privé, las marcas que te encantan hasta un...
So, the system has been a lasting system, and the lie continues, and giving the impression that when the president comes from your village, then if that is the case, which means Goodluck Jonathan should have developed his local community alone, because the president is the president for everybody. But they give the impression that your village will be developed when the president comes from your village. Then even if the village is just counted by local government, how many local government do we have in the whole of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria? So that means each local government should be developed when a president comes from each of the local governments. And that means Nigeria should be developing only one local government in every 4 years or in every 8 years. And those who may not produce president should be written off. They should be abandoned communities, abandoned local government. There are lots to talk about, but I don't know why many people cannot just understand this simple mathematics, this simple mathematical duplicity that the Nigerian government has been using on our people. So, no, however, we cannot keep quiet anymore. We cannot keep quiet for any reason. Igbo president is a never fulfilled promise. And it's just like a second life, just like Ogoni cleanup. We have begun to hear about it for long ago. Until today, there have been a oil village in the Ogoni area and the other areas in the Ogoni and the other areas of River State, Delta State, and so many others. There have been no fulfilled promise. Goodluck Jonathan had become the Nigerian president and had gone as a president, and the Ogoni cleanup had not been executed. How long should our people continue to live in denial and fall into this self-deception? How long? I don't know what happened to the line. Okay. I don't know what happened to the line. Just manage it. So, they never fulfilled promise, Igbo presidency. And the election had not yet held. And also, there is no more campaign about Igbo presidency. This is what they began to campaign immediately after the presidential election in 2019. They said, okay, even before 2019. And that was the trick of the Ohanes Ndiarurala led by Ndiamodo, using it to entice our people, making them to believe that after Buhari, it should be the Igbos. Though that was not Buhari. Buhari died in 2017. And the fake Buhari, which is Jubril, whom they collectively endorsed, an impostor, endorsing as the Nigerian president. And there was campaign of Igbo presidency thereabout. Also, we countered it. I made lots of videos. At least I made up to 3 or 4 videos campaigning against it strictly in 2020. And that issue continued. But now the Igbo campaign for Igbo president has just completely fizzled out. It has become an abandoned and a forgotten project. So it is not that I support the Igbo presidency. What I am here conveying is how these people play on the intelligence of our people without our people realizing it. Then, you say, youths have no future in Nigeria. Youths have no future in Nigeria. They talk about leaders of tomorrow. There is no preparation for leaders of tomorrow. No legacy, no templates. There are no leaders in making as in Nigeria system. And it is still the same group of people, the same old cargo. And they keep deceiving the youth. Then the youth who should be the future younger generation, who should be the replacement of the elders, they are shattered, poorly educated, not prepared for anything good, and a lot of life being just damaged psychologically, socially, and otherwise. So no more articulating now. It is Igbo, they were articulating before coming to Igbo presidency. Now, according to Martin Namdekano, no more articulating. It is then Igbo presidency. But as of today, neither articulating, articulation, neither articulating, neither Igbo presidency is still in existence. Yet, some people are still believing these deceivers who call themselves politicians. Then the fourth point, Britain supports military takeover in Nigeria. So, according to Mazen Namdekano's prediction, everything may end up in military takeover. After they will have disappointed the people and the people try to rise up, then they will use military takeover. They will use military takeover to still hijack the power. And Britain will support them. So, as I have been explaining, Nigeria is just an extension of Britain. So, everything they do as Nigerian government, it is the program of the Britain, and it can never be for the favor of the people, rather to the favor of the Britain, the Fulanis, and the few who call themselves the leaders, while all to the detriment of the Nigerian populace. Patricia, take over the mic. Just talk as much as you can, up to 10 minutes. Just talk about this issue.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, we've all heard what Mazi, our leader, has been saying before this very time. And at this point now, since he is a prophet that has been tested and proved, anyone that these warnings that he has have forecasted before this time, anyone that did not save himself or herself from the lies, it now turns out to what our Igbo proverb says. Onye okpanokpoko ntị gburu ọ ntị chiri ya. You know, if anyone at this point in time seeing what the prophet has already said, and it's now happening in our eyes, and we are not reading between the lines, and we are not understanding the handwriting on the wall, that man or that woman in Biafra land has himself or herself to blame. Like we said last week, nobody is coming to blame God or blame whoever. Because there will never be peace to the wicked. Now, you see, Mazi set up on time, telling us how the British government is working with the Fulanis. Before, nobody knows about this. And much after that, when Mazi has been kidnapped and renditioned, we all heard what the Fulani man said in the broadcast or clip we got. They keep saying that Nigeria is their own. That is their own inheritance. Mazi said so. That the British government gave this Confucianist country to the Fulanis so that they can now use them to destroy the rest ethnic groups that are there. And that was why he wanted every group, both Fulani, Hausa, Middle Belt, Doduduwa, and then us, the Biafras, to hurry up and team together and fight as a group against the common enemy, which are the Fulanis with the British government. And Mazi kept asking, how many are there? That they were very few. They are few in number. They cannot be more. They cannot be compared to us or to Yorubas or to Middle Belt. So our people had all this truth, but they refused to apply this truth. And what did the Fulanis did? Because they had no brain, so to say. The British got more than their match in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They got more than their match, even as they got it in Ojukwu's time. That was why they never wanted us to go. They know what we will be. So what did they do? They had to go outside from Niger, from Mali, from Chad, from so many other Fulani places where they are hanging out, because they don't have any particular place to dwell. They went there and brought them all in, brought the hardened criminals, terrorists down to Nigeria, opened their borders while they closed the other borders of the East and the Yorubas. If not that the Igbo of Yoruba sometime went and with his own gang, his own Yoruba people, vigilante or whatever, and opened their own during the time that it was closed. They closed the borders and they opened their own. What is it telling us? that Nigeria is theirs. And you see our people continue to fight, to draw, to want to stay with Fulanis. They are killers. They are murderers inside their own Nigeria. Instead of them to fight for their own land and put out everything it takes to defend the land like Mazi was doing. What did they do rather? The elders, the Ohaneses, the politicians, the senators, the governors, the Efulefus men and women or businessmen or the pastors, all of them put together. They didn't want any of their fellow Biafrans to breathe and live because they want to have that system of being bossy, stepping and sitting on them like the British, who has put them there, did. And that is where we are now. They thought selling Mazi so that he will give them chance, so that they can do what they want to do and earn the money. They thought that would be a heaven on earth for them. But they don't know that they have opened the gate well to hell, which Mazi told both the British government, told the Janjaweed terrorist government, Fulanis that are strangers in that land where they are claiming to occupy. And then our own people, so-called leaders in our land, they have opened the gate to hell for their own destruction. So what are we saying here? Mazi have said it all. He said, we have nothing to do with these people calling Igbo presidency. That we are done with them. They are the same people who are killing us. They have been doing Igbo presidency since how many years back? 60 or more. And yet, they have not been given that chance. That was why Goodluck went in and became their slave. Even the Fulani man said it. Anybody that they even allow, they must have to serve their people first. Serve foreigners that are not from that Nigeria. If after they didn't get, then they will find one from among them on contract. And these people are coming to tell us that Igbo presidency will be the way out. When our professor, our Moses of our time, who has in himself the excellent spirit and wisdom from God, has leaked the secrets and told us that Igbo presidency will be like the Niger Bridge, which never will be completed. Or is it school, or is it road, or is it business, or is this airport or hospital, which has the governors, the aspirants of a president done for our people? Nothing. For how many years of promising and promising and not keeping it? And Mazi came and told us it's high time we learn from the mistake. It's high time we know that these people are liars. They are from the seed of the devil. Liars. They steal, they kill, they destroy. These are the qualities. And our people should know that all this secret that they are coming out saying it, because Mazi have revealed it. If we remember the Fulani man that said, who will come and challenge them? They have everyone in their pocket. Is it the Falknizer or the crayfish seller or the truck pusher? Who is coming to challenge them? Because they don't have any of these citizens in their heart. Look at what overflowing everywhere. People, houses being burnt. And people are still, our people are still believing that presidency will be the answer. I read something this week where it was said, it's not those who went to cast votes that count. it is those who are counting those votes to give the result out. Those are the people that count. And we see it here in the zoo. They are everywhere, like Mazi said. Every position they have taken. They are the ones who put who will rule or who will stay, like they did in Imo State and other places, like they did with Ohaneze. Look at when Jim Obodo left after serving them. They brought another one that is a Fulani man too. If you like, let him answer Igbo man's name. They are the ones selecting for the indigenes of the land. So we are telling our people, it is time you don't allow Peter Obi campaigning, because he was sent by the Labour Party from is it America or UK? Those governments that refuse to let Biafra go, from the world go. They are the ones that now set up Peter Obi to come and distract us. Mazi said it. They will set this thing up to make you not to continue with what you're doing. And after having reviewed this, Peter Obi now came up. Peter Obi is very wicked. He's agent of darkness, devil himself. Even from his talk, we can hear that he's not a normal human being, talking like one witch from one hole. And people are taking him to be an angel from heaven, to come and save you people from what? After the first tunnel that he has killed and maimed and destroyed, and nobody held him accountable, he has come again to finish the one remaining. Our people not seeing Peter Obi with Catherine Lane of Britain signing the document of how they will continue their perpetrated mayhem for Biafrans. Didn't people see it? Are we blind? Peter Obi, everybody is saying Peter Obi, even within the family of IPOB, even within the sewage erats of DOS. In the night, they are for IPOB. In the day, they are for the one Nigeria list. And you are telling me that these people are not the people Mazi start with for more than 18 years, teaching, believing, hoping. Not that he didn't know them, that however, maybe they will come to the light, the truth, and retrace their steps back. He was hoping so. And yet these people, Chinasa Nworu, has been propagating one Nigeria is hiding under the cover. The people that will not understand him are the gullible, like Mazi said just a few minutes back. But we that have known the truth, our eyes has been opened. We are not children. We have been sanitized by the truth. So we know what is going on. We know who is who. If you like, you put sugar in your mouth and talk. When you finish talking, we'll dissect that word you said. We'll design the word you said and know from where it's coming. They are one Nigeria list. They are DOS, Chinasa Nworu, Chike Doziem, and the rest of them still under that umbrella. They are the real Eberimas. I had something that a comment that he made, that if they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out of the dungeon or the prison, the criminals in Biafra land should stop. And my question to this Efulefu, to this agent of darkness, that Mazi said, anybody that comes up and says anything if not for referendum for Biafra. Complete separation from the zoo. That God will punish that person and the entire generation and burn him up. And he had the God to say that if the people, the Biafrans, want Mazi to be released, they should stop criminality. And I want to ask China Sanwo-Olu, our people, the Biafrans, can you compare their criminalities with that of the Fulanis that has been killing, raping, destroying even a pregnant woman? Our people's criminality is more than theirs, even if. Who taught our people that? All the criminalities that the Fulanis are causing havoc everywhere, their people are still protecting them. You can't mention their name. You can't imprison them. You cannot touch them. Not even their cow or chicken. They are innocent people. They are not taken to court. And then you tell our people they must stop their criminalities. Mentioning their name every time on your wicked broadcast that you are doing, which is not Mazi that set you up in that one. Mazi didn't open Radio Biafra where we worship for you people to come and lie and come and play your dubious, devilish game with the Fulanis in your political solution. Mazi never set that up for you to do that. But you people will come up, mention people's name, Biafran's name, mention their camp, send your agents to go and get them and kill them. And you say you're fighting for Biafra. Mazi gave you honor to be the security ESN boss. Your people that you're killing, how many of the Fulanis are being killed? Is it not only our people we're seeing in the media being killed? That they did this, they did that. They kidnapped, they did this. The Fulanis, how many of theirs doing what they are doing from the time onwards that they started? How many have been taken over and killed? How many? Or imprisoned? Are they not innocent? Are they not the ones with the army uniform working in every angle of Biafra land? Are they not the terrorists, the headsmen, the ones that came in from Niger, every other side, giving uniform in many sectors? Some are in uniform, some are in mufti. Are they not Fulanis? Have their people condemned them or taken them at ransom? But it's our own people that Mazi came to deliver and save their life and teach them and help them. So that if there's anyone even that is bad, by the time he has been put in a correction house, he will repent by the good works and the good teachings. But you people are not doing that. What you are there pointing the man in Finland, the one in this side, the one in that side. Those are the people that is your problem, not the Fulanis. You see what the Yoruba man, Keiko Media, told you people. It serves you people right, because if you don't hear, even stone will start talking to you. Ambazonia leader have come to talk to them that they are messing up. This is not freedom fighting people. They didn't hear that one. Koiko Media came also to tell you people. And all you're interested is to keep on saying, we are not part of this, we are not part of that. Anything not from you is not the real thing. You keep dividing. Mass is gathering, you're dividing. Because of money. People are busy fighting for Biafra. No election in Biafra land. China Sanwo-Olu and the Chike Dozem and the rest of them. are busy saying we are not against, we are not for Nigerian political PVC, but we are not stopping anybody. How dare you use your mouth to be talking from both sides, deceiving yourself, confusing yourself, instead of you to be direct and truthful, as Mazi said. You people have compromised this struggle. You have. You don't need a prophet to tell you that. It's there on the wall. It's there very clear. You have all landed in your cuisine. You've landed one Nigeria list. That's what you people are. Really political solutionists. You have entered into the politics that Mazi said nobody will be involved from Biafra land. That is how all of you are growing fat. I saw one did they call her Bontrowe? I wanna we be welcome, as our deji says. Ketuluna Archiport, relaxing on the bed, the white bed, criticizing one of our brother that is busy standing of Mazi's word that there is not going to be any election in Biafra land. That what we need is referendum, and that is the one you brought his private matter out. I don't blame you, because like father, like son, like mother, like daughter, that is a clear handwriting that DOS, yes, Chike Doziem, Chinak Sanworu, and the rest of them. You've derailed. You have derailed. You are not working for Mazi. Work for the Fulanis. And you all come back with shame. There's no hiding about that. Because if you can have somebody like the one in, where is Methuselah? And you have the one in South Africa defending the politicians like Soludo and the Obi, that we know very well who they are. Those people working against what our leader have already established. And these people are supporting people that are working against Biafra referendum. And you're saying, if not for us, people would have been coming to be criticizing our own person. That shows the whole, even the most illiterate person, that you, Chinasa, you, Chika, you, and all the rest of you people that are still deceiving yourself, coming out that you're making broadcast. You are making nothing. You're deceiving only yourself. Because if you can have somebody like the Methuselah insulting the Yoruba group that Mazi respected, that honorable man, and trying to work together with them to bring out freedom for both sides, you people are trying to pursue them away. And the other lady that is born throw away, that has no shame, lying on the bed to do broadcast. That shows everyone that you people are dead gone, stinkingly dead gone. Stop blaming anybody anywhere. You people are the ones working with our enemies. You people are the ones destroying what Mazi has already laid down. And let me tell you people, he said, the Bible said, no other foundation will any man lay except the one that has been laid. Mazi has laid the foundation on truth and honesty. On truth and honesty. Uncompromising. Relentless in what he's doing. Consistency. But here you people are dancing and whining with all the rules of the Zoological Republic to maintain one Nigerian list. I saw one man from Abia State with his red cap. They call themselves elderly Ohanezes or whatever they call themselves. Begging Tinubu, begging Atiku how he's going to help them. That many staunch men and women are waiting for him. That they call their guy name 5+5. They all know what they do. An Igbo man crawling before Atiku, so that they will give them some little thing in their pocket. And when we are saying no election in Biafra land, Chinasa comes to tell us we are not against election. We are not supporting Nigeria. We are not stopping anybody from doing election. We are for IPOB. Go on and be deceiving yourself. But whatever you people sow, just get ready, because none of you will escape it. You people have kept Mazi there. When he has no atom of anything bad before international and local law, nothing. For you people, you want to make sure that he is there so that you finish your election like you brought Soludo, so that you bring P2B and you build your mansions and you keep on deceiving who? Biafrans, wherever you are. At this time, I don't think you allow anybody to deceive you further. At this time, you should run for your dear life and defend your land. Wherever those 100 men are, or women, for one time in your life, be truthful and stop playing game. Stop hiding. The 100 men I'm talking to. Come out and defend your land and your prosperity. Leave these people that you hear their voices on the platform of DOS, on the platform of structure. They are using it to deceive you. What Mazi has established will remain like it is. But the people working in there, they are gone. They are gone. But I promise them, because truth will never be hidden. There is no peace for the wicked. Our land, Mazi said, no election. And you people are busy producing candidates, coming out in the open to say you are for Mazi, or telling our people, if you want Mazi to come and stop criminalities, you have to tell us whose criminalities are more than the other. With all that the Fulanis have been doing since over 60 years, none of their persons has been condemned. And Mazi is in the prison. And you're telling people to stop being criminal so that Mazi can come out. That's your condition for him. Judgment is coming. And you cannot deceive us any further. Chinasa, Chika, and the rest of you. Am I powerful? All your write-ups, you are deceiving yourself. You are the real Eberimas. With all your sewage broadcasters. Watch and wait and see. You can't escape. Because God is just. Thank you, Collins.
God bless you, Mama Patricia. That is a very powerful message. And those who have ears have heard, and they will take advantage of the powerful information, but the gullible and the obstinate will continue to massage their pride, their ego, and their arrogance. So, from some points you have just made, how can the criminality going on in our land be a reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be seized in the DSS dungeon? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the person committing the crime. Then, those who know those committing the crime, why not them getting them arrested and bringing them to justice with proofs? It is not by allegation. That has nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So, this is to say that even Chinasa Nworu and the members of the DOS are dancing to the tone of the allegations of the Nigerian government being headed by the Fulani terrorists. That is bringing more and more allegation, using it as a reason why they should continue to seize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even though the court had issued an order that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is absolutely innocent. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has declared it, that he wants Biafra land to be calm, which means Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had not sent anybody to commit any terrorism. So how has this come to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? So we are seeing the political solution manifesting in our bare eyes. Where are the IPOB lightweight media warriors who just rise up and begin to make noises? Now it is before our bare eyes that the political solution is progressing, and they are not speaking about it. China Sanworu, Chikedoziem, all of the members of the DOS have not declared their stand, whether they are supporting Nigeria election or they are supporting no election in Biafra land. And to be honest with you, it doesn't matter whether you are autopiloter, whether you are Raphael Ajere, whether you are anybody, so long as, even if, let me just assume that it will happen, even if it never happened, but so long as I am, and we as IPOB through bearers, we are hearing you saying that there will be no election in Biafra land. Forget about differences we are having. We support you in this regard because that is our stand. No election in Biafra land. And anybody who does not support it is the enemy of the people. So, Master Veteran, I want to hand over the microphone to you. There are lots to talk about, and we cannot finish talking, but we can talk as much as we can. Master Veteran, say, like Jonathan, like other politicians in Nigeria, no development is talking about in the area of no development. Jonathan, after 8 years of, no development, even in his own home community, Ogoni cleanup. And that is where he comes from River State, from Bayelsa. No development. So how can our people believe that the development will just come all of a sudden? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also made mention of no economic growth when it doesn't impact positively on the people. Nigeria claimed to be having economic growth, but there is no positive reflection of the economic growth in the life of the people, which means it does not really exist. So all these things have been illusion with which they have been caging our people. Then another point is that northern Nigerians produce illiterate elites and academians. They produce illiterate lawyers, illiterate professors, illiterate leaders. So they go to school for nothing. And how can these people bring progress in the society? Then lastly, Mazi, Northerners in power. They have been in power for so long, controlling the presidency for so long, yet they produce more poor people. What is really going on? Then how can the people who produce more poor people among themselves affect others with greatness? Mazi, talk about all this.
Thank you very much, my brother Collins.
God bless you.
Biafrans, open your ears to the leading of the Spirit. Biafra is an ideology. Biafra is a spirit. It doesn't matter how you fight against it. You will be hitting your leg and whatever you are against the bricks. Our leader has made it sure, very clear, just like the eternal leader have made it, that Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is an ideology. There is no way you can kill it. Go ahead and gang up. The members of the DOS, gang up with the stupid elite of Biafra land. Gang up with the politicians. Because we know that politics is an art. We know that the politics is selfishness. As far as the Igbos are concerned, the very brutal race, the very envious race, the very greedy race, the very jealous race that has ever existed in this world. When can you change? Igbos, when can you change? When can you stop to betray yourselves? I asked you last time, when can you stop to hate yourselves? You all claim to be Christians. And Christianity, the principle there is love your neighbor as yourself. But you have turned it around. Hate your neighbor as yourself. The Igbos, you hate yourself. Very selfish. And this is why you are hunchback. The Bible says hunchback Pharisees, hunchback scribes. You do not want others to go and be free. You don't want to be free. And you won't allow others to be free. What a wickedness. All the politicians in Igbo land, in Biafra land, you are from the pit of hell. And God will never spare you. Chukwu Abiyama will never spare you. Because you are the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is still there in the prison, why they are bringing other county charges, so that you can, so that you will achieve your evil motives. I was young and now I am old. I am over 70. And I have never seen anything come out, anything good, come out of the zoo. The only time it looked like something was happening was immediately after the war. Gowon, who said there is Nigeria has so much money that they know nothing to do with the money again. They don't know what to do with the money. Yet no roads, no water, no light, no schools, no hospitals, no meaningful development. Yet we have all abandoned the properties, abandoned the projects. When we finished the school after the Civil War, which was imposed upon Biafrans, and Biafrans were stopped to get education, to continue to excel. Britain had to advise the zoo to stop these people. They are getting too much education. They had to stop us with their cut-off marks. And now all over the place are the quota illiterate Fulanis. I was sometime at Tinkan. And now you can see the custom boss is an ex-army general. What can he do? What has army to do with customs? And I went to the so-called, what do they call it? One of these areas of Tinkan. And a quota lawyer was placed over a Biafran lawyer who was in that service even 20 years before this quota lawyer graduated. And he was placed over this Biafran lawyer. The Biafran lawyer was serving this quota illiterate lawyer in that department. And yet, Biafrans see this and want to continue to be a shame to themselves, want to continue to be a misery to themselves, want to continue to be slaves forever. You who have been in that department for 20 years, you now serve a boy who did not even get the normal cutoff mark to enter the university. What more passing and being a lawyer? And you are there serving him, passing the files through him. Oh, sir, what can I do? Don't you think this? And you are teaching him too. This is what you, the Igbos, want. This is what you want. And this is why they said they prefer mercenaries to you in your so-called land, in your so-called one Nigeria. And you are still there and you want to die there. Are you not fools? You become a mercenary in your own country. You say you belong to one Nigeria. What a shame. What a stupid race you are. And your brother came up. God sent your brother. And you want to deal with him like Israelites dealt with Moses. Who made you our judge? But it's unfortunate. You cannot take away what God has given to him. God has endowed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He endowed him. He prepared him for years and sent him to come and complete the work of the eternal leader, who had to fight for you, sacrifice all he had to fight for you, and you did not appreciate it, and you have not appreciated it. You are talking of Igbo presidency. You are talking of division in your own, your so-called one Nigeria. Because it is a contradiction in terms that in your country, you begin to talk of Igbo presidency, begin to talk of Yoruba presidency, begin to talk of Fulani presidency, begin to talk of Hausa presidency, begin to talk of Benin presidency, begin to talk of Idoma presidency. Are you not the fools? Is this not a division? Can't you see that you are not one? Do you need a prophet to come and tell you? It is clear before your eyes. And those of you who have passed through it, even Gawan, the small boy that Britain took to be a slave to the Fulanis and to them. What did he do to his people, the Benue State? What could he do? What? He was only a slave. And look at it all through. I said I was young and now I am old. What did Azikiwe do? Nnamdi Azikiwe, what did he do? He was interested in Zik of Africa, Zik of Africa, Zik of Africa. And he could not rank with Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. When he died, what happened? Rubbish he was. Aguiyi was there. He came. And look at what he did. They had to drag him, to kill him along the road with their military jeep. They tied him to the military jeep and dragged him along the road. Because he was very stupid. It is still this Danjuma that is now telling his people, hey, carry arms. This is it. He was his bodyguard. And he led to his death. And now you are welcoming them, your enemies. Your enemies. You allow Gowon to come to Biafra land. You invite him to Biafra land. The man that has massacred you, millions of Biafrans were massacred by Gowon and his British masters. Don't you see that as soon as the war was over, he went to Britain? They called him to Britain. And he said he studied I don't know what. Yet until today, he's simply a dummy. What can he offer? What about all our people? Look at Obasanjo. Obasanjo was hated the Biafrans to his bones. What did he not do to Biafrans? Did he make anything out for his people? He looted our money and went to build his water farm. He looted Nigerian money. That is all they are interested in. Selfish interests. This is what the Nigerian presidency is all about. And this is why the Igbos are clamoring, national cake, national cake, national cake. Tell me, if this is a country, a viable country, why would the people be clamoring to take their own share of the cake? Why? Rather than developing the country, rather than building the country, rather than giving proper infrastructures to the people, rather than caring for the people, you are interested in having your own share, having your own pound of flesh. This is what presidency is all about. This is what politics is all about in the zoo. Thank God we are not a part of the zoo. Thank God we are Biafrans. And any person standing on one Nigeria, God will strike you to death.
He said,
as many of you as are still working for one Nigeria, God will strike you to death. Chukwuka will destroy you. Will destroy all that you are. Will destroy all your generations.
Amen.
Peter Obi, you have been at the echelon of power. You were the governor of Anambra State. What have you to show of that office? Is it not wickedness, brutality, the killing of your people, of your own brothers? And now you are coming back shameless, to tell them that you are going for them.
Yes.
When you are an agent of Britain, agent of Labour Party, when you are standing on your agreement with them, signing a contract of continuing from where you stopped, killing your brethren, maiming your brethren, stopping your brethren from realizing themselves, from realizing who they are, from exploiting their God-given talents. You are talking about new Nigeria. I told you last time, it is a simple logic. Before you build, you have to destroy the existing structure. The Bible said you cannot put a new wine in an old wineskin. It is not done. You cannot do it. So, Peter B, you are a shame. You are a surprise. Because you don't reason well. This is what our leader said. That why are you not reasoning well? Who has bewitched you? This Igbo politicians, who has bewitched you? Why are you so selfish? Why are you so greedy? Why are you so jealous? Why are you so wicked? You cannot appreciate the good things done by your brother. You alone wears the question. No other person wears the question. Idiots, fools.
Everywhere.
Ndara everywhere. Mad people everywhere. That's why our leader was calling you mad people everywhere.
Child.
You are all insane.
Oh,
look at the so-called Soludo. You, the members of DOS, look at the Soludo you put into office. All the money he has given to you. I don't know, you have built mansions everywhere. But God will strike all of you to death.
Amen.
Whatever you call it. We don't know what your name is and where you come from. You call yourself Emma Powerful. You continue to write a petition. Continue to write English you do not know. You don't even know the meaning of what you are writing.
Yes.
You think you are powerful. You can take your pen and write rubbish.
Intellectuals.
Look at what you are writing against a good move of a people. Talking about unity. Let us unite and fight our common enemy. What is wrong about that? Why are you creating divisions? Our leader created this opportunity. He invited these people. Come, let us fight our common enemy together. We are brothers. Even if we are different nations, we will have reason to communicate, to move together, to relate. And these people came and saw reasons. And someone has to get up to confirm, to establish that which he started before he was renditioned. And you are not happy about it. What are you doing? What have you done to show that you are IPOB members? You are only making inflammable statements, putting fire everywhere, calling on your sewage, whatever you call it, rats, to talk nonsense. Somebody like Methuselah, who does not know the meaning of Methuselah. Methuselah is a non-entity in the scriptures. The oldest, but the most foolish. because he did not contribute anything reasonable, even though he was the oldest. Solomon, a young man, was acclaimed the wisest. But Methuselah is an idiot, a fool. He was only given an age. He was only known by the age. And somebody is answering his name and coming to media to talk nonsense. Members of GOS, you have betrayed our leader and you have betrayed this movement. And you want to continue to betray it. It will never be well with you.
He said,
it will never be well with you. Chinasamoru, Chike Doziem, and all these members
of them.
So there is an interruption from the side of veteran. However, we must continue. We must continue.
That ọ bụrụ na ị kpọrọ onwe gị
Yes. Yes. No. No. There is a video I am looking for. There is a video I am looking for. I don't know what has gone wrong with this particular video.
Well, the last has not been heard about the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of BIAFRA, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, as the Nigerian government has indicated that it will not release him despite Thursday's Court of Appeal judgment, which quashed the charges against him based on what the court described as illegal rendition. Instead of releasing the IPOB leader as ordered by the court, the government says it is reviewing its legal options and could institute other charges against him. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, the government's first official reaction said the federal government's decision on the case will be announced to the public after a review of available.
There was a strong video I was trying to open, but it couldn't. However, let me go to the next one. Let me go to the next one. We drop things on points. So we are going to talk about some vital issues and relating to updates. Relating to updates on what is really happening. Okay, let me start with one. After that, I will begin to look for the rest, for the next. As a video, and I have just seen the video before, where the program had been in process. So I can't continue searching for it for now. So let me go for the next one. Now, Patricia, there are things we are going to talk about now.
that we are Yorubas, a very proud one. Whatever you have against what took place yesterday, you have the right in your own capacity, but you don't have the right to tell us who we deal with among you, IPOB. We can deal with anybody that we feel that is the right person to deal with. If you have a problem with that, you can go into any of the bridge or rivers across the world where you are and jump into that river and die. I am known as Koiki Media. And whatever we do with Simon Ekpa has been stamped yesterday, the 5th of November, and that will go ahead. Whatever is your concern on that, we don't give a toss. My name is Olawumi Koiki. Probably maybe some of you don't know who I am. Let me repeat this clearly, that the only person that we follow is our own leader that have spoken yesterday. And since our leader have spoken, if you are not comfortable with that, why should we care about that? Let me say it again. If you have a problem with Simon Ekpa, go and die into any of the river, or you can take the rope and kill yourself today. We are fighting one single enemy. We don't have any issue with the Biafra. We only have issue with the Fulani. Don't you understand that also among us, we have issues. We have people that probably even do not believe in what we are doing. So why should we be more concerned about you on what we do with Simon Ekpa? And I repeat again to any Yoruba that is not comfortable with what we done yesterday, go and die as well. Mad people all over the place. We have moved forward yesterday, and that is the beginning. I have spoken again this morning to Chief Sunday Igboho. For those of you that feel convinced Igboho, we come and Simon Ekpa. Orí yín ti gbálẹ̀ gbogbo yín pátápátá. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ ní bíbá. Orí gbogbo yín ti gbálẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Mo sọ pé ẹ lè wàárín èmi àti Chief Sunday Igboho. Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. Kí ni mo sọ? Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. I don't have any problem with our Biafra. Kí ni ká pẹ́ náà Biafra? We deal with Simon Ekpa. And let me put this on record. For those of you that probably did not know, before Nnamdi Kanu was picked up, we had 4 meetings. I don't have to go into all the details. Myself was in that meeting. It was actually Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that called for that meeting. We did not go for him. He actually wanted to speak to us. And whatever he told us is what we are going along with. We respect all the legal representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't have any problem with you guys. But if you think that by dealing with Simon Ekpa is a crime against humanity, I say it again, go and die. You better die now before it is too late. Because we are fighting only one enemy. And that enemy is not Simon Ekpa. That enemy is not even the Biafra. But if you as an individual that think that, hey, take down that picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me say this clearly. Nnamdi Kanu is not just for the Biafra. He was actually fighting for the whole humanity. And let me say this again. We have the right to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture at any time, any day, and I will talk about it at any time without taking any instruction from anybody. I am Olayomi Koiki. If you are not comfortable with that, like I say, I am not Mayegun General. This is Koiki Media, fighting for one singular cause, fighting for the Yoruba people, the Biafra people, the Arawa people, and all the freedom fighters around the world that would love to exit that shithole country known as Nigeria. If you are not comfortable with that, there's not much I can do.
Gịnị ka ị mere? A na-ekwugheri.
I wish Nnamdi Kanu
I am Olayomi Koiki of Koiki.
Look at the caption and the source of the news. Vanguard. And the caption is FG moves to rearraign Nnamdi Kanu, files 7-count amended charge. Written November 11, 2022. And by Ikechukwu Nnochiri. Then the full content. Say, Abuja. The federal government has filed an amended 7-count terrorism charge against the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Investigation by Vanguard revealed that the amended charge marked FHC/ABJ/CR/383/2015, which was entered before the Federal High Court in Abuja, contain all allegations against the IPOB leader that were earlier sustained by the trial court. FG specifically alleged that Kanu, who is currently in custody of the Department of State Service DSS, had, as a member of an unlawful group in a broadcast that was received and heard across Nigeria, issued a deadly threat that anyone who flouted his sit-at-home order in the southeastern part of the country should write his or her will. He told the courts that as a result of the threat, banks, schools, markets, shopping malls, fuel stations, domiciled in the eastern states of Nigeria have continued to shut down their businesses with citizens' vehicular movement grounded. FG further alleged that the IPOB leader had on diverse dates between 2018 and 2021 made broadcasts that were received and heard in Nigeria, inciting members of the public to hunt and kill Nigerian security personnel and their family members, thereby committing an offense punishable under Section 12H of the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act 2013. More so, it alleged that Kanu directed members of the IPOB to manufacture bombs, adding that the defendant had, between the month of March and April 2015, imported into Nigeria and kept in Ubuli Suzo in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State, within the jurisdiction of this honorable court, a radio transmitter known as Tram 50L concealed in a container of used household items, which you declared as used household items, and you thereby committed an offense contrary to Section 47 in bracket 2, bracket A of Criminal Code Act C-45 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004. Kanu had previously pleaded not guilty to charge already to charge. Already trial. Justice Binta Nyako has slated next Monday for both Kano's team of lawyers led by Chief Mike Ozekome San and the prosecution counsel to address the court on the way forward in the matter. The parties are to argue on whether FG could proceed to rearrange the IPOB leader on the amended charge, despite the October 13 judgment of the Court of Appeal that discharged him of all the allegations as well as appeals on the subject matter that are still pending before the Supreme Court. So that ends that content. That ends the write-up. That is Mike Ozekeme Bugarin, Ifeanyi Ejiofor Bugard. And that was when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was declared innocent by the Nigerian Court of Appeal. But what the problem now remains that despite this Bugarin, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the custody of the DOS. And the last time, we told them that this Bugarin seems to be so early. Like myself, I have not begun to celebrate. Yes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, we know that. But I will begin my own celebration when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is completely out of the DSS dungeon. And I have read the content. More 7 allegations being leveled against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And to be honest, I came across a video in which there was an interview. And some other lawyers who are not even IPOB lawyers made it categorically clear that under normal processes, whatever allegation that the Nigerian government should have against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they must first of all obey the court order to release him. After releasing him, and he is free to go to anywhere he wishes to go. Then if they have any other case with him, they will begin to file the case, presenting it. And depending on when the court attend to their filing, then they will begin to talk about it. So them rearranging him has nothing to do with his release. That they should first of all obey the court order, and they have not obeyed the court order until now. We had Koiki we have Koiki talking about the unity between the IPOB autopiloters headed by Simon Ekpa himself and his Oduduwa Nation or Yoruba Nation agitators, and letting the world know that he doesn't care, even if some Yorubas do not like it, it doesn't matter. If IPOB members do not like it, it doesn't matter. And that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only for the Biafrans. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is for everybody who is interested to be liberated from political bondage. And to be honest, we as IPOB members, we are disappointed in the DOS because we have seen the DOS not being effective to continue with this Biafra struggle. And in the same vein, we have no full trust in the autopiloters. However, we need progress. We need progress. So I suggest we stay and watch how the unity between the Oduduwa people goes with the autopiloters, because we cannot just predict everything accurately, but the end will justify the means. Very soon we begin to see the results, either for good or for bad. So what is your take? Veteran, I want you to go first, so that when Mama Patricia will be going, after going, she will at the same time present her memory verse of the day. And our time is fast spent. Our time is fast spent. Whatever you are saying, just try to summarize within 5 minutes. Veteran, take the microphone.
Thank you very much. Before I was brutally interrupted by this nonsense phone, I was going to talk about what has been happening in the zoo. The many that has gone up to that echelon of presidency, what they have done. The only thing they can do is just to pile up our money. Somebody like Abacha so piled the money under his house that even his wife, it was in the zoo publication. The wife boasted after the death of the husband that even if Dan Tata is boasting that he's rich, he cannot be richer than her because of all the money they have looted, leaving the masses in penury, in poverty, in misery. That is all the ambition of those seeking to go for presidency, to go for governorship, to go for whatever. After all, Lamido said that we are in bondage, we cannot unite. Our destiny in their hands. That they turn us however they want. So it does not matter what we do. So we cannot unite. And our dignity, they have taken it away from us. We cannot unite because we are already in hell. And you are there, you and me are there, still shouting obedience, still wanting to vote. Of course, I have said it before. We don't have anything to do with the zoo. We are Biafrans, and that is all we want. It doesn't matter what the idiots like China Sanworu have said. This is the first time. It is because of IPOB. You are not a member of IPOB, China Sanworu. You are a fool. Because IPOB cannot work the way you have said.
that the politicians are restrained from challenging P2B because of IPOB. It is not because of IPOB, because IPOB has no hand in politics. Our leader said no politics, no elections, no Igbo presidency. Because we have seen, we have gone and so on. It has never given us anything. Even good luck, who went there, could not do anything because they are always going to bow to the Fulanis. They are always going to pay their allegiance to the Fulanis, and it is only what the Fulanis and the Britain tell them that is what they will do. They are not going there for you, the masses. They are not going there for us, the citizens. They are going there for their interest and for the interest of Britain and the Fulanis. That is all. Punto e basta. And you are still there jumping like frogs, following a slave in the name of P2B. I am sorry, Malami and whoever you are, quota lawyers, foolish, ignorant lawyers, lawyers who do not know their left from their right. How can you know when you did not even get a good cut-off mark? You only entered the university with 30. Now, what do you know? And you are a gang of lawyers coming to challenge what the Court of Appeal established. Is it done anywhere? If not in the zoo. Can it be done anywhere in this world? If not in the zoo. If not the zoo, the shameless zoo, the miserable zoo, the expired zoo. That is where you can challenge the ruling of the court. And to begin to punish yourself with other counter charges when the law have said no order based on what you have done, based on your wickedness, based from your extraordinary rendition and the kidnap. You have no more locus standi. You have no more position. You are no more in the position to challenge this young man who is wiser than all of you put together. His wisdom is from God. It is not from you. He has right to freedom of speech. This is the fundamental human right. You cannot, accuse him of anything. You have no right to stop him from his fundamental human right of expression. Do you people know anything? Have you anything in your skulls at all? Malami and you, the gang. Of course, it is the so-called Igbo politicians, because I don't call them elites. They know nothing. They are fools. Intellectuals, like our leader said. That is who they are.
Yeah.
They are the people keeping our leader.
Irredeemable fools.
They are the people keeping our leader where he is. Because they are afraid. They are highly afraid. Afraid to the marrow of their bones. That if this man comes out, they are destroyed. They are gone forever. That is why they are ganging up with you, Malami, and the zoo government to continue to threaten this man's liberty. But you cannot do it because Chukwuka might shoot him. His liberty is from God and not from you. He has told you a million times that you all got to hold him. So your charges are nonsensical. Your charges hold no water. It is only bringing shame to you. It is only exposing you to the wide world. This is why where we are in Europe, we are not regarded. Because we know nothing. They say we reason through our anus. And you can see it. Malami reasoning through his anus. The zoo government reasoning through their anus. Because they have nothing in their skull. They cannot reason like human beings. And when our leader called them animals, they say it is a hate speech. They say he's insulting them. It is only a challenge. Like Trump called you the shithole, which you are, and you took offense. That is it. Empty people, empty vessels are always taking offenses because they don't understand. Because you don't want to change. Hey, change. But you do not want to change. Do not know what it means to change. You still want to continue struggling in your stupidity, in your corruption, in your corrupt way, in your wicked way. Look at how many the citizens of the zoo are. And yet they are afraid of death to the marrow of their bones. Was it India had to drive their president away from the seat and all the politicians? And you are there watching this idiot make inflammable statements, call you idiots, tell you that you cannot unite, that your destiny is in their hands, that already you are miserable, you are in hell, and you are there watching them. You cannot rise. And when our leader says you should rise, then it becomes a charge against him. Can you see why it is a charge against him? Because the people he is fighting for are ingrates. They are dolans. You cannot, you don't know what belongs to you, and you don't want to take what belongs to you. So any person speaking for you is now a scapegoat. That is what you have made our leader. And those who are supposed to have learned from him, Chinas and Woru, Chike Dosiem, Methuselah, what is this Europe rep? What are they? Until now, they have not broken that kind of worm, because they are all having cans of worm. How can they break the cans of worm when they are all part of it? They have brought the idiot of Anambra into power. The so-called Mapa, for which I don't know his name, writing rubbish, writing trash. All of them put together. They are the reason of what is happening. Now, Chinas and Woru is talking about criminals, when he is the number one criminal, working against everything that his master has set in place. That is what they are, because they have taken all the money in this world. I will continue to challenge you to come out and debunk these accusations that you are traitors, that you are part of what is happening to our leader. You are part of why he is still there in the DSS dungeon. because you do not want him to come out, so that you will not be totally exposed. This is why you want him to continue to be there. Chinasanworu Aboro Ekperima. That is who you are. You call somebody else Ekperima when you are the true Ekperimas. Chike Doziem, Chinasanworu, European rep, Methuselah, the South African nonsense. You are the Ekperimas. The wicked ones.
Yeah, they are.
The devils. That's who you are.
Concord.
Biafrans, can't you see?
Mm.
Do you need the angel from heaven to come and tell you, to come and put it before you, that these are the Ekperimas?
Mm-hmm.
These are the people who do not want your freedom, who do not want you to be liberated, who want to build the skyscrapers on your blood. How many have they massacred? How many have Chinaka Sanworu killed? How many has the so-called DOS destroyed? Houses burnt. Families rid of their bread. Because when you kill the youth, what have you done? You have rid the families of their bread. Our leader lamented that our women, our girls cannot have husbands again. Because you, Chinasanworu, Chike Doziem, and all of you put together with the so-called Soludo politicians and the Hope Uzodimba and all of them, you have killed our aspirations. You are killing. You continue to kill our men. You continue to bring the Fulanis, connive with the Fulanis, collaborate with the Fulanis, cooperate with them to destroy our land, to desacralize our land.
Daylight. Jesus.
And now you still want to keep Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, who has been given the freedom by the Court of Appeal. It is very sad. And the Biafrans are there watching. And they are still there, going to beg Atiku for position. We are elders. We are loyalists. We are from Abia. Oh, fools you are. Oh, fools you are. This was what happened when the idiot who calls himself, was it the secretary of the Ohanese youth, going to beg Yerima? We know you have the vote. You are the king makers. Please allow the Igbos to come up. Our leaders say no election in Igbo land, no election in Biafra land, and there will be no election. No matter what you do, there will be no election. There will be no election in Biafra land because we are not a part of the zoo. And the elections have not brought us any good, has not done us any good. We are not interested in marginalization. What we are interested is in our freedom. We want to be free. We want to go back to where we belong. We want to begin to exercise our God-given dreams. Gaddafi turned the desert into forest. And Europe killed him. And you still want us to be trampled by Britain. They kill us. It is sad. We cannot continue. We are Biafrans and Biafrans we are. Our leader has said it. Even if it remains one single Biafran, we must be free. Biafra has come and Biafra will continue to be. It has been, it is, and it will be. It doesn't matter what the enemy does. It doesn't matter what you, the zoological politicians in Biafra land, do. It doesn't matter what you, the flavors of the GOS, do. Biafra is on our way, and we support any person who is working tirelessly to make sure this happens.
Yes.
And for you to come and insult the elder statesman of Yoruba land, whom our leader has so esteemed, you are a fool. Can't you see how you are breaking down?
Yes.
The structure you say you structure obey, command and obey. So that no person will tell you anything. Chineke boko onu niile ọnụ.
They say
Ọnwụ ga-egburi unu. So no members of DOS misleading Biafrans. How can this one mislead? The remnants will not allow you to mislead them. We here cannot allow you to mislead us because with cows. You are cows. You are experiments.
Yes.
You are aboros.
Yes.
You cannot mislead us. We
That's
cannot
it.
be here to allow you to mislead us.
Never.
Biafrans, listen to what the spirit is telling you. Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is an ideology. Do not allow any person, no matter from where, because all of them are from the pit of hell. Any person telling you something that has not been laid down by our leader, by Chukwu Kabiama, that person is from the pit of hell. Do dissociate yourself from him. Come out of her and gain your freedom. Freedom is priceless. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
God bless you, veteran. God bless you. Really good. So, Mama Patricia, it is your turn. And after your comments, you present the memory verse of the day. So remember our line of thought. It is about Ozekome Ifeanyi Ejiofor Bugarin when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was declared innocent. Yet, until now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still inside. And today is exactly 1 month the day that declaration was made by the Nigerian Court of Appeal. So I have not been so satisfied with that because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still inside. And with the step the DOS is taking, they are trying to pose the notion that it is because of the criminality people commit in Biafra land that have been delaying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. So how is China Samoro now the Fulanis? Is China Samoro the Nigerian government? On what position is he speaking as an IPOB member? Is he speaking as a Fulani agent or a political solutionist? So I don't know his stand, his position to make such a comment. That is trying to pose the notion because he knows those whom he will pose the notions to. It is not for people like us. He actually knows that. Then we see Koiki making them know that they owe them nothing to place Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's photo in their program.
Yes.
And it's not a crime. And also, they have no offense for working with Simon Ekpa.
Yes.
And the Koiki is projecting the notion that they are fighting the common enemies, and we Biafrans are not enemies. And among them, among the Oduduwas, there are people who are against what they are doing. But I cannot defend him categorically, but I will be watching. I will be watching. I also believe we will be watching to see the result. Yes, we need unity, but in a positive way. How are we sure that this unity will do us favor? This unity now, we cannot just tell and we cannot condemn, but in the near future, we'll begin to see the result. But however, yes, the members of the DOS are against it. The IPOB lightweight media warriors are against it. But what are they doing? What are they doing to stop the Fulanis or to do anything? With whom have they aligned with? You know, when you are condemning someone, at least you have to present something. Like we, the IPOB truth bearers, it is mainly three of us here. And our own role is to stand as the intermediaries, standing for the justice and condemning injustice, standing for the truth, promoting the truth, and condemning every lie and the liars. So that is our own role, and we are doing it excellently. So, Mama Patricia, have the stage now. And they talk about the latest 7 amended count against Mazen Namdekano, when the Court of Appeal has declared him free. And under normal circumstances, nobody should interrupt the court order. He should first of all be released before any other thing. If anybody wants to render any charge against him anymore, that should be after his release. So summarize on this. 5 minutes. Present.
Thank you so much.
Present memory verse of the day.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Colin.
Was I clear? Was I clear? Did you hear all I said?
Yeah, very well. Very
yes,
clear.
We had you completely.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Master Collins, for giving me this time to talk on the points you have listed. In the first place, let me begin with the last one. The federal government trying to
with the federal government.
That's what they said. The Fulani terrorists, they are the federal government. The zoo, okay. The zoo government, yeah, Mazi, thank you. But I was reading what they wrote on the newspaper. The zoo terrorist government, better put it in that way because that is clear and true. Have come out to say that they want to put up 7 more charges against our Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. 7 charges against him for doing what? Because he said, according to them, that Biafrans, anybody that refuses to sit at home, that the person should go and prepare for the person's death, or that he imported some weapons from wherever, and then he dumped it. I don't know where they said he did it. So for this reason, they have to put him up to charges. What we are telling Malamidi, terrorist, uncircumcised, illiterate Philistine, the British son, what we are telling them is this, that they are liars, that they are thieves, and before God, as they are murderers too, they are already judged and condemned. Malami, we want to tell you that Mazdi has no case. You have no case or charge against him. He said to you all, after he has called your dead Buhari, that he's a madman, he's an idiot, that he cannot judge him. He cannot judge him privately or openly. He has no case against him. Who is he to come and kill his people and tell him not to talk? Why Buhari, the dead Buhari, 2017 died. The wife is at, what do they call the place he is?
Dubai.
Dubai. The wife has taken her loot like a butcher and has gone to Dubai with her children, and they're enjoying heaven there. The dead Buhari said any attack against the terrorists, which came from their place, the Fulani terrorists, is against attack against the North. Now, if you, Malami, illiterate, uncircumcised Aboki, with your dead Buhari that died 2017, can defend the terrorists, which the world, they said, is the fourth most dangerous group in the whole world. If you can defend them and say the attack against them is an attack against the North, if you can give them weapons, AK-47, and you ship them like this to the east and tell the Eastern Biafrans to hand over their gun, whatever it is, even if it's a pump action, so that none of them will have any gun, so that your terrorists from other countries, Niger, Mali, and other places, will come and finish them. We saw your terrorist brothers in the bush everywhere with their AK-47, celebrating with their women dancing in the open of the killings, the burning of cities, villages. You kill, you wipe, you occupy, because you have been vagabonds from creation. Vagabonds. Other people that are human beings. That was why our leaders said you people are, the cows are better than you. Bad animals. He said other countries that have cows, they produce milk, both dried and liquid one. And you people have cows. Only to sleep with your cows. You sleep with cows. You bath with the cow's pee-pee. Urine. That's what you bath with. And then you defend this your evil, wicked breeds among you, because there's nothing good in you people. Vagabonds, that's what you have from the onset. And you want to tell Mazi that said his people should defend themselves. When defense, personal defense, is a law that is accepted worldwide, international, anywhere in the world, even between animals. And you are telling us that he is wrong. You are the one that should face jail of hanging because you have committed treason. You and your foreign brothers that left wherever you are in the bush to come to other people's land to snatch their land and kill them at the same time. Malami, you people are the ones that will face condemnation, life jail and hanging or anything, because you have committed treason and murdering. Not Mazi, not His Excellency. There is no individual in Africa, in the world, talk less of the shithole that British people created, the confusion that the British created and made a union with you people so that you allow them to be taking oil for free while you take the seat of power. You are the ones who is going to face treason one by one, not our Excellency. A man that no person, no human being is like him among the zoo, among the international leaders, anywhere. You people know it. You cannot equate, you cannot even come near him. The glory of God in him makes you people wee in your pants. There's a Goro. Malami, Mazi said he would defeat you people, our excellency. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew, and he said you people have no case against him because he is innocent, he is correct. And he will defeat you people in your own court. And that prophecy has been fulfilled. Did your so-called intellectual lawyers, did they know when they gave that what do you call it? That verdict? Did they know when they did it? Upon all, you're trying to keep him there for as long as you can, so that at the end, one of you will come and say he is condemned. Your lawyers came and said he is free, acquitted. He has no case because everybody knows he is an innocent man. Malami, you have committed treason. You've committed hate speech. You've committed murdering. You've even renditioned our mass from another country, Kenya, down to Nigeria, down to the zoo with all the torture. You have not obeyed your own law that you know nothing about it. Your mother Britain have not told you, or you people are playing over your stupidity and wickedness, that you people have committed the highest treason evil that can ever be committed by renditioning an innocent man that is talking with freedom of speech and on the right. You renditioned him. And you have not condemned yourself because you are a cowhead. And you are telling us you want to amend 7 other charges against him because he defended his people, because he imported whatever weapon in Ihal or wherever you mention it. The ones you people are importing from every corner, when there was closed door, closed border, and you were importing it, we're seeing it on the Facebook. How many of your people have you condemned? I saw just last week or last 2 weeks, one young Fulani terrorist, a young boy that you people imported from Niger or Mali or wherever, or Chad, saying we will deal with you, Biafra. We will kill all of you. And we have been seeing how they are killing villages, burning and killing. You have not caught any of these people and condemned them. You want to boast that you have power from the Britain to come and hold our leader. I want to tell you that you are holding God's child, and the fury, the wrath of God is piling like it piled for Sodom and Gomorrah, because you people, Fulanis, terrorists, government, and those supporting it, you have exceeded Sodom and Gomorrah. Dare you touch Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and watch and see what happens. Go and read the story of Israel and Egypt and Pharaoh. Then you expect your own, because you cannot understand. Being closed up in your brain, blinded, you will just see it happening. Where you wake up is in hell, because that's where your fathers are. Your father, the devil, is there. You meet them there. You meet him there. He has defeated you people in your court. So this thing you're going around, because the evil politicians and senators and governors and the chiefs, whatever, I've allowed you people to keep him until you people finish, knowing very well there will be no election. You know there will be no election in Nigeria because you are telling people get PVC, get NIL, get this. You know there is no election. It's not those coming to put the vote to the account. It's you people that the British has given your Nigeria and the power to install who you will install. And we are telling you, it's not oil that we're interested. It's not marginalization that we're interested. We just want you people carry your leprosy and enough of the wealth you've taken so far and go and enjoy. We want to be Biafrans and reconstruct, build our nation back. We don't want leprosy people around us. That's what we're telling you. We don't want to share with you people anymore. Not even with British government. We don't want to partner with you any longer. You people will be committing abominable atrocities and none is held responsible, accountable. But you go to hold a Ekweremad and share his goods when your own men with different posts in the oil wells, positions in every area. You are there taking money. You've not condemned any. You've not seized any of their properties. Only an evil man you see. It serves them right anyway. Ojus Okalo and the rest of them. It serves them right because their brother, the prophet, told them, serve the zoo and you come back in shame. And they thought he was playing. The prophet is fulfilling. It's fulfilling in their eyes. So we are telling you, Malami, you people can go ahead and be writing your script and then be playing it out. We know there is not going to be any election because you have already known who among you people you want to carry on with your dead zoological. You know already. Queen Elizabeth, she's dead. The son has taken over. And the dead, the impostor have gone to sign whatever they want to continue. But you people are not coming out of this one. You are not coming out of this one. This is your dead end. You are not coming out. Nigeria is gone. It has expired. It is dead. It is thinking. Not Somalia is 100% better than it. Sodom and Gomorrah is 100% better than it. Therefore, there is no existence of Nigeria to continue. You are only piling up the bomb, but because when it explodes, not even the dust will be seen. Malami, we are talking to you. You people are lawless. You are terrorists. The other week, we saw a trailer, 40 feet, loaded with money. The money that's supposed to be given to citizens of the so-called Nigeria, or build road for them, or give them lights. Loaded money, 40 feet. You didn't go to arrest that one because it's a Fulani. He's a Fulani carrying the money maybe to Niger. You've sent cars to them. Your impostor presidency have sent cars, have done real well, have done so many things. And the country you people are saying, the British, they gave it to us. You have not done nothing in it. Upon all that you are doing to Biafrans, you are still coming to talk that our leader, you want to amend the seven charges against him. Go and touch him with your 7 charges when he have defeated you people and been acquitted. Then you see how the wrath of God will destroy all of you one by one, just like the ones that have died, Buhari and the rest of them that have died. Who has challenged him? They died of. Your own time is coming. You're threatening us by keeping our leader there. You want to know what we will do. You close borders. for the Eastern group, people, and allowed your own to be coming in, all the terrorists in the world, to help you to fight. You renditioned our Mazi, our leader, and you know it's against international and local. And you are still holding him there upon your criminality and the terrorist act. You are coming to put that he brought weapon. Are you not the people bringing weapon into Nigeria to conquer and to take every place? Malani, Aboki hypocrites and liars. You think you will escape the judgment of God? I don't blame you. I blame our so-called people that are running after IPOB, that the British government have set in place. Mazi told us this thing before now. He said that the money that you people have pushed out to stop the restoration of Biafra, it will cause earthquake, tsunami. It will feed more than 38 countries in Africa. He warned us about that. And that is why it's a pity that the people who claim to be among him working, they were really the Fulanis, blood running into their veins, like the Chinasas, the Chicas, and the other ones, Madam whatever, Anya, Nene Anya and Co. Living what we're supposed to do, standing firm, like Mazi said, uncompromising, to support our people in the land, as he did. They pushed him off, and now Chinasa is announcing the names of his people, showing the Janjaweed that they are working together on political ground to go and be finding their camps out and be burning it. And then a more powerful will come and write, we have nothing to do with those camps. They are the enemies. They are not for Biafra. Biafra, these people on the seat of DOS, seeing evil, covering it and lying, setting up illiterates, intellectuals, irredeemable fools, and sewage errants to come and be contradicting what Mazi has put in place. To the point of even, as Mazi is trying to organize and put people together so that we can defend our common enemy, they are attacking and scattering. Koiki Media told you people, because you are irredeemable and intellectuals, those that are sitting in DOS, Chinasa and Chika, that represents the Lord. He told you people that are warning him not to use Mazi's picture. He said that Mazi didn't come for Biafra. He came for the entire humanity. And when you see God's project, it is universal. It's not one particular component group. That was why Mazi hates to hear Igbo group, union. He wants everything to cover, even to the Fulani. He wants to save them. The handwriting on the wall is clear. He told you people, Koiki, that Mazi is for the whole humanity, for Africa, for blacks in general, for the whole humanity. It's not for Biafra alone. So they have right to use, just like we are using Jesus all over the world. Everyone that needs freedom is using Mazi because God has set him up to be an epitome of freedom for anybody that is crying out for freedom from every bondage or this kind of thing we are passing through. And he's second to none. So if you like, You people come out in media, call names, interpret what you want to. My happiness is that the Amazonia have written you people off. Now the Rutuwa now have written you people off. And you are just there, dancing the dance of the dead. Because Master has placed a curse upon anyone who will lay a foundation outside this one which he has led. And that is exactly what you people are doing, and you receive your immediate reward. It will not be long from now. You can give them money to charge their platforms. You can give them money to get their documents so that they can relax on bed and be talking rubbish. I blame them not, because all of you are together. All of you are together. Stop blaming anybody in Finland. Stop causing problem to those who want to do what they want to do. Because you have nothing to offer. Be ashamed of yourself once in life. Be ashamed of yourselves. Not long ago, we have suffered the Idu that was sent by the Nigerian zoological agents of demon Jezebel. Not long ago, we have suffered their own, and because this foundation was God's, the bar was kicked off. Now we are coming to face real business. Chinasa and Co have come in to come and bring another fire in the house. It will never be well with you or whoever the politics group you're working with, whether from the zoo or from the Biafra land, like this one we saw today. A whole Onyochi or Onyoke went to Atiku to beg Atiku for position.
To lie down.
Shame on all of you.
Shame.
Shame on all of you. You're not Biafra, you're fighting for. You're fighting for your stomach, and your stomach will not wait. You will not be alive to enjoy the money. Once you come out of it. Nebuchadnezzar was alive and wealth was walking from his head to the toe because he trespassed the holy things of God. Foundation and the emancipation of Biafra is godly, not something you people will come on media with lying, with sodomic character. And you say instead of you to fight your common enemy, you're fighting your brother. You're pointing them out, point and kill. You're exposing the camps where they are. And worst of all, lying. You think you're doing Mazi? Mazi is a free man. Mazi is a free man. He's holding ransom all that is in that Nigeria. He's holding them on ransom, every one of them. Let them go and ask Buhari, Malami, bring Buhari from the bone from Sudan where he's buried. Go and bring him from the shallow grave and bring him to the court so that Mazi will bring the best doctor and they do DNA. Oboki, go and bring Buhari dead bone from Sudan and charge him on that. Condemn yourself. The wife of your dead president is in Dubai. Fulanis, terrorists are everywhere, killing people, raping and taking ransom. You've not taken anybody and condemned the person. And all the politicians in there are closing their mouth because they want to do 2023, knowing very well you are not going to do it. And you send Peter Obi. Britain, you send Peter Obi. America, you send Peter Obi. Watch and see how God will destroy all of you. Britain and America that have sent Peter Obi to come and obstruct,
distract us.
This movement of freeing people that are in bondage for over 100 years. Watch and see how it will go, because God is a consuming fire. Dear friends, let's go to our memory verse today. As usual, we take our stand from the word of God because it's our pillar, it's our light, it's what makes us to be strong, it's what makes us to overcome, it's what makes us to live dirty life and live according to the commandments of God. Anybody walking against it, you think it's by juju, you think it's by odechi, you think it's by one consulting of one witch or the other, you will make it. You will not. Mazi Collins.
I am here.
Daniel 6. Please. Daniel 6 verse 4. Daniel 6 verse 4.
Daniel 6 verse 4 said, then the other two commissioners and the satraps began trying to find a reason to bring a complaint against Daniel concerning the administration of the kingdom, but they could find no reason for an accusation or evidence of corruption because he was faithful, a man of high moral character and personal integrity, and no negligence or corruption of any kind was found in him.
Thank you so much. BIAFRANS, based on what the last news that we've had, which our brother Collins read out here, and I'm sure is in all over media, as we are following the trend, that they want to amend the 7 charges that Mazi did this or did that without obeying lawless people what their own court have given to them. That leads us today to read Daniel 6 verse 4. And here says in King James Version, then the presidents, it's presidents. What we're dealing with now in the zoo is presidency, because we all know that they have no president there. It died since 2017. Britain knows this. America knows this. All the Western world, they know it. But Britain, they decide to bring.
Britain even sent a condolence.
Yes.
The Queen even sent a condolence.
Yes, and quickly, she sent a condolence and they quickly covered it. Yes, they quickly covered it. So they know he's dead. And even apart from, let's just keep Britain alone. One Fulani man or Hausa man, in his clip that we watched, he said, we have brought several faces of Buhari. And what did you people do? Did anybody open his mouth to talk? Because they know he's dead. That was why they were bringing several faces of Buhari. And that is why the wife of Buhari is in Dubai with her own looted money over there. And they are bringing one skeleton.
And her boyfriend.
Yes, with her boyfriend in Dubai. And they brought this impostor with several faces. When he's going to France today, they spent a huge lot of money to make him to represent them. They put mask upon mask. There's nothing surgery cannot do now, plastic surgery. And they have been sending him around. But they know what Mazi know before they. You know why they are annoyed with Mazi? Because he has said what they were hiding. There's nothing surgery cannot do now, plastic surgery. They know he has revealed their secret where their foundation was strong. That's why Nigeria is gone. It will never resurrect anymore. Don't deal. So what we are seeing now, according to where we are reading now, it's not because some of our people are making the mistake. They keep saying President Buhari. And each time I see that thing, I say our people Unu will know intellectuals. Unu will know irredeemable. Unu will know
Oh yeah. I won't talk.
Because if you people know what your leader told you, you will know that he has already informed us 2017 and said if they can prove that I'm lying, I will drop Biafra. Biafra that he will not drop. He will give everything for his family, his life. For he was ready to drop Biafra if they prove to him that that thing there is Buhari, they couldn't counter him. And that is why we are seeing different faces of that. According to the Fulani Hausa man that made that clip open. So where we are reading here says, then the president. So sometimes you will hear presidency, which tells you it's not one person. There are many in line there. Then the presidents and the princes, as we see them now, the presidents, they are Malami and all the rest of them going to the bush to consult their terrorists and bargain with them. We see them, Erufai them. Even yesterday, I saw Erufai. I saw a news. They caught Erufai's wife in Belgium or where with $7 million. Over $7 million. They caught her there. Maybe she went for shopping. Malami have not seen her to catch her. No, you will see an innocent man that have no pain in his pocket. God will judge you people. So let me continue. Then the presidents and the princes sought to find occasion against Daniel, just like they have sought to find occasion against our Mazi, concerning the kingdom, concerning whatever they are saying he did against their so-called terrorist country. But they could find none because he has defeated them in their own very court. They have tried several times and he told them, I will defeat you in your court. They have delayed the case, trying to find out where they will get him. But they couldn't find none. None occasion, nor fault was found in him. For as much as he was faithful to what God called him to do, to the mission God called him to do, go and liberate my people, go and liberate humanity, Biafra, Yorubas, Middle Belt, and even Hausas, and Fulani if they will. Go and liberate Africa, go and liberate black man. He was faithful in the work that God mandated him. Neither was there any error or fault found in him. This is exactly the picture of Mazi we are reading, just like we read it in Daniel. We are reading it because God repeats, and why we have the Bible says in Romans 15:4, whatsoever that has been written before are written for us to learn from it and continue. So this is the memory verse for us today, that the presidency of the zoological, with all their Malami, their George, and their Bintanyakwa, and all the rest of them, and Erufai, and whoever, their politicians, their senators, whatever, their newscasters, that tried to find occasion against Mazi concerning his mission, concerning his broadcast, concerning his action, concerning his ESN, when they know that just like they defend their terrorists, Mazi have right to defend his own people. He told it Buhari in his face. Yeah. He didn't say it outside him. They found no fault in him, for as much as he was faithful, and there was no error or fault found in him. So Malami, I know you are reading Quran that you don't understand what is there. And in that Quran, they told you also, you can also refer to the Bible to see some things there. Go to Daniel 6:4. The character of Mazi has already been played here by Daniel. Because they are children of God. They are whiter than white and whiter than snow. They go with truth. You cannot condemn him. He has been acquitted in the first place, defeated you in your own court. and these 7 you're looking for to adjoin and put out, you still cannot go further because God is with him. The condemnation, you're piling it up for you and your zoological, for the final falling deep down. So Biafrans, let's take this meditation today and know that whatever they are planning to do, Mazi has no case. And Mazi is innocent. And as God acquitted Daniel, he has also acquitted Mazi, even from the hands of our people that put him there. Our own people, whether they are in the IPOB leadership, whether they are the Igbo Igbo, plus the politicians and the businessmen and the senators. People have condemned yourself, not Mazi, because you will reap what you have sown. But God will fulfill his word and save the remnant that he came to save. Mazi didn't come, Biafrans, for these rich people. He came for the poor citizens like you and me. Therefore, desist from hanging out with Peter Obi that signed with Britain and America, with Catherine Line to continue the atrocities, to eradicate us from the land of the living. Leave Peter Obi and turn 360 degrees from where you have fallen. Thank you. Until next Sunday, God bless us. Biafrans.
God bless you. Biafran, the program is about to be rounded up. And you can observe that we promise and will fulfill our own promises. We promise you that we have no money to offer you. We have no more properties to offer you. All we have to offer you is the truth and good lecture, and bringing your understanding to propriety and keep on opening your eyes to the realities of life, to things happening around you that you may not understand. And that is what we have done. We have accomplished it. So that is how to know the faithful. That is how to know those who are faithful in service. We are not like Nigerian politicians from Igbo land or from elsewhere who promise and never accomplish their promises. The best thing anybody can offer you is good education. And if that is what God offers, primarily to educate us, so that we will shape our character, so that we'll be reasoning properly. And from there, we'll begin to act very, very rightly. So that is what we have done. As long as you keep following us, IPOB Truth Bearers, I promise you on our behalf that we will never, never disappoint you. Because our eyes is not in the money of the Nigerian government. We are not interested in their money. We are not interested in the money from Britain or from anybody, but we are so much interested and we are obsessed with our freedom. So that is the reason. And we stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter what they may say. Even if every other people decide to abandon him, we will stand with him till the end. That is our stand, and that is what we have decided. So let those who tread the Biafra struggle keep treading it. That is not our business. We keep on bringing the truth to you. So hereby, I am also aligning with my comrade to say, Biafrans, goodbye for today. Veteran, give your life, or let us wave to Biafrans. Biafrans, until we meet again next Sunday. The program has been ended. Bye for now. Remember blessed.